Well, New Zealand Rugby is backing the decision of the Horowhenua Kapiti Union to postpone all games this weekend due to referee abuse. It comes after members of the public had to step in to protect a match official at a college game last Saturday who was being verbally abused and physically intimidated. Here's Anthony Stevens.
There was little action at the Zealand Domain today, the main ground for senior rugby at Horowhenua Kapiti. And the grandstand will remain empty this Saturday with all rugby across the union cancelled due to ongoing abuse towards referees.
It's almost a systemic abuse of match officials, these hard-working volunteers that give up their time, these people who give their service to their community have just been copping abuse from all levels.
CEO Corey Kennett detailed the unprecedented move via the Horowhenua Kapiti website, saying a referee officiating a college match was subjected to serious verbal abuse and physical intimidation, and that members of the public felt compelled to escort the referee to his vehicle for his safety. It follows a warning the union made last month that serious referee abuse would trigger immediate and decisive action.
In our statement of our position a month ago, we talked about two events that had happened just the weekend prior, one of which was a referee was struck in the foot with a piece of field equipment. Another one was where a referee was threatened that he would be stabbed. So we've had some horrendous ones.
Referee abuse isn't just a problem for grassroots rugby.
Another penalty and a yellow card.
Our leading whistleblower, Ben O'Keefe, received death threats following the Super Rugby final between the Chiefs and the Crusaders 2 years ago. Today, the sport's governing body, NZR, said abuse at all levels must stop, and it backed the Horowhenua Kapiti Union's decision to halt all rugby in protest, a move that will ultimately see 4,755 players sidelined.
When you look at Horowhenua Kapiti's actions around what they're doing to signal that they're not going to tolerate that kind of response to their officials, that's really affirming for officials about their value when they're supported really well by the union in that regard.
There are currently 1,522 referees registered in New Zealand, a drop of 3% since 2023. And NZR says this latest incident won't help that downward trend.
Probably no secret that rugby, like a number of sports, has had real challenges in terms of recruiting and retaining its match officials. We are not immune to that.
And when it comes to penalties imposed for spectators who verbally or physically abuse referees,
it's because there is a judicial process which deals with misconduct, and there's a range of punishments that are available to that process within reason. Obviously, there's only so far that rugby can go before it becomes a matter that really needs to be handled by the police.
We've had situations where we've had people receive multiple year bans. I've seen in other provincial unions who've had teams taken out of the competition for the year. There's been life bans. We want to amp those up as much as we can.
So the grandstand at Zealand Domain can return to hosting fans who are only there for the right reasons.